and try to figure out what they all mean. Now, the first one, .com, which somebody mentioned that before, if you go to like, what was the one? NationalGeographic.com. Would that be considered a reputable website?
Yeah.
Now, .com means commercial. It means they're trying to sell you something.
You're trying to sell you something?
Seth, if you have a comment, please raise your hand. .com means that they have a service or a product they're trying to sell. That's what .com stands for. Commercial. Okay? An example of that would be Buzzle.com. Let's take a look at it real quick. We're going to be doing our own little small mini research where you're going to be looking at computers and how they've evolved over time. And let's say you put in computer history and then you decided you wanted to go off and find some information. This is what pops up. Buzzle.com. It says history and timeline of computers. Or would this be considered a reputable source?
No.
How do you know? It's got lots of information.
Because of the MD, the .com, so they're just going to try to sell you something, and they tell if you can get good information.
What's the first thing kind of listed here?
It's
Tyler.
Ad, yes, an ad.
Right here, repair computer at home. It's got pretty big prominence. It's right up at the top. Again, .coms are more interested in selling you products and services than they are providing you reputable information. They need to be able to make a profit in order to keep their website, so they have to sell you something. Let's look at some other domains. .org. .org stands for organization, primarily used for non-profit groups. Their goal is not to make a profit. Their goal is to provide you information. What do you think? Would that be a good site?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Harrisburg District is a .org. Do you go there to find information?
No.
Yeah.
What kind of information do you find at harrisburgdistrict.org? Okay.
There's actually like a lot of stuff, like they do these things like just to notify people, like if there's like an event or sign up for stuff or all like school programs and like, concerts and all that.
So if you want to know stuff about your school and when things take place or how somebody did in a track
Like
meet.
Harrisburg, like there's a Harrisburg Days, and like they're having a whole bunch of stuff on the website.
Okay, so that would be a good source to go to for that kind of information. PBSkids.org. You may have gone there when you were a little kid. I sent my kids there all the time. Why do you think I sent them there? Kiana?
To teach them, like, PBS kids, you kind of, like, have, like, these fun games and they're educational.
Yes. I knew the information was reputable. I knew that they weren't going to be trying to sell my kids something, the new latest gadget. I knew it was a safe website they could go to, that they were going to learn something and not be interrupted with pop-up ads and all these other bright, colorful toys that they had to have. Next domain. Hold on, I'm waiting for questions at the end. Hey, .net stands for network, used by internet service providers. How many of your parents have Midco.net as their internet service provider?
Used to.
It's pretty common. Yeah. .nets are going to be internet service providers. They're also going to be web hosting services. So like Minecraft. How many of you guys go on Minecraft? It's .net. Minecraft.net. It's a network. It's a hosting service for kids.
Click on it.
Okay?
Click on the Minecraft one. Just click on it.
All it does is take you right to this website, Minecraft.net.
Do it.
Click on it.
Next one.
Wow.
Okay, .edu stands for education, used by major universities or educational organizations or institutions. Harvard.edu. South Dakota State EDU. It's your higher education institutions. So Augustana, University of Sioux Falls, Alabama, any of those higher education institutions are going to have .edu on the end. Okay? And the last one of the 5 is .gov. Stands for government. It's used by U.S. government sites. So the Social Security Administration, IRS, anytime you have questions in regards to our government. If you need to know how to do your taxes, you go to irs.gov. If you want to find out more information about Social Security, where's your most likely source of information? The SSA.gov. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this. Out of those 5 domains, which one do you think is going to have, which one do you think will provide more valid and credible information? Out of those 5, .com, .org, .net, .gov, or .edu? Talk it over with your elbow partner.
Okay, we got it.
No, that's
.org.
Okay, raise your hand when you're partner and you've come up with the plan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spotlight on Tyler. You and Tegan, when you go to research, what websites are you going to look for?
.edu.
Why?
Because it's like for educational purposes.
Okay.
Something. Yeah, meant for yeah, it's meant for learning and education.
Okay. Good reason. Kiki, what are you and Seth going to use?
We're gonna use .org
Why?
because it like gives us a lot of information and it doesn't try to sell you stuff like YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
Yes,
Gabe.
that was kind of our explanation of .org because it doesn't try to like sell you ads and like when you're researching ads won't like pop up in your face.
Okay.
Yeah, and it won't try to sell you anything. And you'll do your stuff without having anyone sell you. It's more purpose-like instead of like .com. It's actually trying to accomplish something.
Absolutely. It's more purposeful, right? Kiana.
.org and .edu, because like .org is going to give you information. It's a non-profit, so they're not even, there's going to be no ads. It's just going to be information. It's going to be an organization. And .edu, because it's for educational purposes. They don't care about money.
Okay. Which one do you think would be the least credible? Which one do you think, if I look at this website, I'm looking at it, I'm not sure this stuff is actually factual and Christian. .com. Why?
Because like it's just gonna be like selling you stuff. It's just gonna be like you can like change most of the websites on that. Like just like change words, put random words, whatever you want to say.
And we've talked about that a little bit. Now, we've talked about Wikipedia in the past. How do I feel about Wikipedia?
You don't like it at all.
There's one case that you can use Wikipedia. When?
When you want false information.
No. I'm getting through. The only time you can use Wikipedia is when it's locked. And how do you know when it's locked? How do you know when it's been locked? Yes?
Up at the URL, there's like a little lock. At the very left side, there's a little lock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Actually, it's in the top right corner. There's a little lock, like a little key lock. And that's how you know the only people who can go in there are edible.
Wow. I'm hungry now.
I put editor and credible together, edible.
Wow, I'm hungry now.
Me too. Editors that have credible information, okay? So if you use Wikipedia for your everyday object, make sure that website is locked. If it is not, do not use it. Okay, are we crystal clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I want you guys to look back at that website we cited yesterday. Do you remember? Go back in your Springboard book. I believe it was page 316, and look at that website that we cited. Is it a credible source?
Yes.
Look back at it and tell me what you think. Yes? Why or why not?
That's hard, because it's national enforcement.
Kiana.
Put that away, I'm not gonna tell you again.
No, it's like, I don't see the lock symbol. Why? I don't see the lock symbol. Oh, no! Yes, it's .com. So they're trying to sell you something. No, people like that.
You don't get to change the web address.
No, it's a commercial. Now it's .org. Now it's .org.
316.
National Geographic. I trust this website. Because National Geographic. Stop you when I said I use them. Can you go to the website?
No, it's not credible.
Wow. Yeah, it's not.
No, enter your name is Joe.
Okay, what do you guys think? Was it a credible website or not?
No.
Tyler?
I don't think so because it has .com and it might be trying to sell you something.
Gentlemen. I'm sorry, hold on, Tyler. Gentlemen? What did you say?
I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be credible because it has .com at the end
Okay.
and they're probably trying to sell you something because that stands for commercial.
Or Kate?
I don't think it is credible or whatever it is because it's first it's .com and there can still be ads and everything that try to sell you stuff even though like National Geographic is like a TV show and everything else, it can still try to sell you something like if they just say like Bear Grylls like made a new knife or something and they put like the knife ad on the side.
They may be wanting to sell you videos, videos that they produce, or books, or products, other kinds of products.
Hairspray. I like
That might
books.
be a little random.
Shoes.
Okay, so
Books.
my question for you is, if you go out and you do this research, how are you going to cut through all of those .coms and get to the guts of the stuff? Talk to your partner. How are you going to get through it?
Well, just don't type in just type in .org.
We're gonna call him Graham.
We could type
I can try.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
We could
Okay.
Google
Today we're going to research computers.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to go back 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the time machine?
That's
Guys.
a lot. They didn't have a good computer.
We're going to go back 100 years. Each of you are going to be given a decade. So you and your partner are going to be looking at one particular decade. And you're going to find information. Okay, guys, focus. You're going to find information on that decade about what computers did during that time. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need to cut through all the other websites. And the easiest way to do that is to do an advanced search. And all you have to do is go to Google, put it in a search bar, and say advanced search. Once you get there, you'll click on Google Advanced Search. This is the easiest way to do research. I can't put it any clearer. This is the easiest way to do it because if you just do a regular search, you're going to have to go through all kinds of websites. This way, you can go straight to the ones you want to look at. Okay? So let's see, if I were to find something about computers, maybe a timeline on computers, I could put computer timeline. And then I can scroll down at the bottom, and where it says site or domain, I'm gonna put
EDU.
no, I'm gonna do .org.
Oh.
And I'm gonna click on it, and every website in here is a .org. I don't have to go through the .coms. It cuts the time in half. Okay, so let's say I want to look up, I'm going to do 1950. Let's see if I can, oh gosh, this one takes me right to the Computer History Museum. Do you think that might be a reputable source, the museum? Okay, let's see, I'm going to do 1950. I click on that, scroll down, it gives me information on computers in 1950. Okay? So, now what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to divide you into decades. I'm going to have one of your partners go get a computer, and then you're going to research your decade. Before you come up and put your information on your year, you're going to need to check and make sure that it's a reputable site. Now, here is a question for you.
Not as good as
Will you come up and just write what you've read on the board?
No.
Why not?
Plagiarism.
Maddie, it's plagiarism. So, you'll want to read through your paragraph, you'll want to paraphrase, and then you'll come up and put your information. Any questions? Yes?
If it's like a couple paragraphs, do you have to write a couple paragraphs?
No, I just want